I'm a great big lump of cells. In fact, we all are. Around 10,000 billion of the things. But what worries me is what happens if we lose some? What happens if I lose some? Can I regrow them? Can someone else regrow them for me? In this investigation, I'm going to have to seek out someone who really knows. So I've come to see Robin Martin at the Blonde Mackindoe Centre in East Grinstead. Here, they actually grow skin in the laboratory to help treat burns patients like Teresa here. And because the skin they're growing comes from the patient, they know it won't be rejected by the body. But first, they've got to choose the right cells, because not all cells in the body are the same.
Right, what we've got here is a section through some human fingertip skin. At the top here, on the outside, there's layers of dead cells. These are the live cells called keratinocytes, and underneath is the tissue called dermis.
So all these different cells in the human body doing different jobs, can they all divide?
Well, most of them can divide, but some cells don't divide after they've finished their useful job. For example, in this section of skin, these upper cell layers, these cells are dead. They were produced from the lower cell layers, and these are the ones which divide. Now, for example, if you were to get a cut on your finger, these cells would divide, multiply, and migrate and fill in the gap. And that's what happens when your cut on your finger heals.
So in your lab you're trying to grow the skin cells?
Yes, what we can do is grow these lower cells. These are the ones that divide very rapidly. What we do is we take a piece of skin, and those cells can be put out into special culture medium, and they settle down on the base of the culture flask and begin to divide.
So how much skin do you need?
Well, for example, if we took a 1p piece of skin, we could separate the keratinocytes out into culture dishes, and we could, in theory, grow sheets of skin to cover an adult human in 3 to 4 weeks from a 1p piece of skin.
That's amazing. So this is the medium they're grown in?
No, there are actually 4 million cells in here.
How small are they?
Well, you could fit 400 of those cells on the head of a pin.
So what happens next?
Well, in 4 or 5 days, these cells would have grown and covered the bottom of that flask, and then we've got a sheet of skin. You can see here that it's been put onto a white dressing, and the dressing can be lifted up with the skin cells attached. And this now can be given to the surgeon in theatre, and that could be flapped onto the patient.
And just stuck on?
Yes. The dressing will protect the skin cells for the first few days, and then that can be removed.
Leaving new skin in its place?
We hope, yes.
These body parts look gruesomely realistic, but they're fake. Is there going to be a time when we can grow body parts?
Well, I think there will be a time. We've got to remember that these parts, a real ear is skin and other sorts of cells and blood vessels and some cartilage. And scientists are working on combining all the different sorts of cells and reforming them into a tissue in the laboratory. So I think within 10 to 15 years, we will be able to grow parts like this.
So, if you can only do single cells, how about this? I need to grow some more muscles. What do you reckon?
Well, we could think about growing some muscles, but how about going with that to the gym?
Oh, it's never easy.